10 years ago in Honduras, there was a coup. It was a really significant coup. Manuel Zelaya was on the center left of the pink tide, but he was making moves, particularly significant with regard to the indigenous community and some forms of wealth redistribution. There was a military coup, which Hillary Clinton herself has apparently acknowledged that she supported. The coup regime hired Lonnie Davis, the comically grotesque and sleazy Clinton loyalist, as a lobbyist in Washington. Manuel Zelaya was initially actually protected by Lula at the Brazilian embassy. And we can see now that this coup was the beginning of this much broader U.S. pushback. We saw judicial coups in Paraguay and Brazil. We've seen a rise of far-right candidates in Chile, Argentina, and obviously Brazil. And of course, the incessant efforts at coup-mongering in Venezuela. And again, while in Nicaragua as well as Venezuela, there's a huge amount of criticism to be had for the Ortega government and its turn, which we have to have because we have to be real about the situations in all these places. There's clearly ongoing U.S. interference as well there, and even an attempt, of course, rollback of the diplomatic breakthrough with Cuba. This is an interview that Manuel Zelaya conducted with the Gray Zone Project, and this is quite important because he's leading some activist efforts from his party, which is still allowed to operate in this coup environment, to mark the 10-year coup, call for a return to democracy, and he points specifically to the U.S. role. This is in Spanish, so you'll have to watch this. I'll give a rough summary, but we'll watch a bit of this interview from the Gray Zone Project.
Eso ha sido un sacrificio para el pueblo hondureño, porque el lado que tomó el poder,
the side that took power had the support of the United States.
El apoyo de Estados Unidos.
This is what he's saying in terms of the coup.
Estados Unidos es el mayor beneficiado.
The U.S. is a major beneficiary of the coup.
Y hay un principio en derecho penal que dice que el beneficiado de un crimen es el principal sospechoso. ¿Cómo ha sido beneficiado?
Who has been the beneficiary?
Bueno, Estados Unidos tiene un control casi absoluto sobre Honduras.
The U.S. has complete control
over Honduras. Controla la justicia a través de la OEA. Controla la seguridad a través del Comando Sur. Controla la economía a través del Fondo Monetario Internacional, Banco Mundial y BID. Controla los principales medios de comunicación en Honduras. Tienen una gran ascendencia, influencia sobre la opinión de los principales medios. Financia infinidad de iglesias que reciben donaciones de ONGs norteamericanas y financian ONGs hondureñas.
Okay.
O sea, controlan.
I recommend everybody watch the whole interview with Manuel Zelaya at the Gray Zone Project. It's very important, but he outlines the nexus of control through intermediary institutions like the World Bank and IMF, the funding of NGO and media, and just laying, look, the reality is, and again, it's so important with a Zelaya, obviously a Lula, it shouldn't make any difference. Every government should be able to govern itself as it sees fit. Obviously, we need to advocate for international solidarity and the well-being of all. But any government should choose what it does with its economy and its natural resources, of course, counter to all U.S. imperialism and hegemonic policy. But it is particularly revealing, again, a leader like Zelaya was not Chavez. He was not on the side of a more aggressive counterweight to U.S. aggression. And so what we see with the pink tide reversal, starting with the Obama administration, Hillary Clinton in Honduras, is a refusal to even allow governments to put in place basically their analogs to the basic progress of the New Deal or European social democracies. And that's a fundamental thing we're going to have to confront. You've just watched a Michael Brooks show video, and you can watch all of our full main live shows every Tuesday night at around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and subscribe to get all of the clips you want. We're covering the globe. We're focusing on international relations, the intellectual dark web. We're having fun. We're doing deep dives with a lot of amazing guests. Of course, become a patron for the whole thing at patreon.com/TMBS, or subscribe to this YouTube channel and help us keep growing and get that content out there. Subscribe below.